I have been spending years trying to catch a big salmon in the UK, and in today's video, we're finally gonna make it happen. Whoa, 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 that's a huge fish. That's a huge fish. And how do I know that? Well, that's because I'm not gonna stop trying. We've got some really nice weather coming for it. And this video simply will not be posted until my target is achieved. So if you're watching, know in confidence that you can expect a nice one coming. Oh, no way. We have got an absolutely breathtakingly beautiful location to do this. I know this place is a bit of a hot spot for the salmon. There's been quite a few caught this season, and hopefully today is going to be our day. But again, this challenge could be one that spans for a few days, maybe even a week. You'll know if you watch this channel a lot that I've suffered quite a lot of heartbreak in the run up to this. I've lost some really nice fish, had some really painful moments, so hopefully I've learned from my mistakes. Fish on, there we go, there we go. Oh, it's a salmon, I think. As you know about salmon, they are extremely hard to land. They're hard to hook in the first place, but they're very, very hard to get in the net. Oh no, 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 no. You are joking me. Oh no. I have worked so hard for years. So just gonna jump onto the river about here. Last time I was down at this spot, I saw some salmon swimming around in that pool, so we've got a chance, but it's not gonna be easy, so wish me luck. Gonna need all the help I can get for this one. So, we're gonna be trying something a little bit new. Now, I'm aware of a certain ritual in Scotland, normally just for open day of the season, but call it superstition, I'm still going to give this a try regardless. So it's typically a way of honouring the river before the start of the season, but in today's instance, it's just going to be honouring it for as long as it takes for me to catch a decent one. Fish on! Fish on! No way! No way! No way! We've got a salmon on! We've got a salmon on, I think. Unless it's a sea trout. What do we have here? What do we have here? That's not a bad sized fish, whatever it is. It's a salmon! It's a salmon! No way! We got a salmon on! No way! I can't believe we've got one on already. That has not taken long at all. Come on, my son. Get yourself into this net. Yes, get in. There we go, check this out. We have not been fishing for long, and this is not a monster fish, but it still put a massive smile on my face. Look at that one. Well, you might have to remind me to honour the river a bit more often. I cannot believe how fast that happened. However, it is not the big salmon I came here for. That was maybe, I don't know, £4 or something. Still a really nice fish, still very, very happy about it, but there's some much bigger ones swimming around in this river, and I'm not gonna stop fishing until we catch one. I think last month I caught a salmon in Lapland. It wasn't a very big one. It was a Baltic salmon. Since then, it has given me a real drive to get a big one in the net, something I haven't managed in years. Well, enough of this honouring the river. I think it's probably time to honour myself with a glass. You might remember a while ago I managed to get viewers of this channel a free case of beer. Now, quite a few of you went on to go and claim that free case of beer, so I'm excited to come back to you with yet another offer, this time a free bottle of whiskey from our friends at Whiskey 52. Simply go to www.whiskey52.com/fishing, cover the postage, and it'll be on its way to you in no time. Oof, it's got a bit of a kick to it. And I'll be the first to say I'm no whiskey expert, but I drink enough of it to be able to tell a good one from a bad one, and that is delightful. So what exactly do you get when you join this Whiskey Discovery Club? Well, every month they work with a new distillery to bring you a never-before-tasted exclusive whiskey. You also get the Straw Mash magazine included, which comes with full tasting notes, as well as an exclusive interview with the distillery. And after all this, if you're still not satisfied, you can simply pause or cancel your subscription at any time. Really is no harm in trying it out. Free bottle of whiskey, remember that is www.whiskey52.com/fishing. Well, unfortunately, my last trip here had to be cut short for the school run, and then the torrential rain came, so it's a couple of days later now. I'm back at my next possible opportunity, and the river looks absolutely perfect, so fingers crossed today is going to be the day we catch that big salmon. Since starting this YouTube channel about 4 or 5 years ago, I've caught a couple of kelts, but I've actually only on camera caught one fish that you could class as being a proper salmon. And since then I have lost quite a few. My luck always just seems to be down with them. Just got to keep on casting away. Fish on. Oh no, that's not a fish. Really thought that was a fish. Some kind of Velcro strap. It is always slightly embarrassing when that happens, but I'll leave it in just because it's real, isn't it? Not ashamed to admit I often hook strange things in the river and think I've got a fish on. This spot is an absolute cracker. Look at this. I know I say this every time I come to this place, but this particular swim just takes my breath away. Fish on. Yes, come on. Get in. There we go. Don't quite know what this fish is, but it doesn't feel huge. Possibly a trout. Might be a sea trout if we're lucky. There we go. That's my first sea trout in quite a while, and what a beautiful little fish it is. Off you go, my friend. Well, I know it's not the big salmon I'm so determined to catch today, but catching a sea trout always does put a smile on my face regardless of size. Wow, look at this tree. Autumn is here. The leaves have gone on this one before they have on any others. There's nothing quite as magical as the change of the seasons in the UK. It's one of the things I love the most about being outdoors and fishing is seeing it change every year. I do find the change to autumn almost quite emotional in a way. It's almost a subtle reminder of how our time on Earth's limited and we've only got so many autumns and springs and winters to see. And when you think of it that way, that you're only going to see the trees change a certain amount of times, it does helps you appreciate it that little bit more. Anyway, hopefully there's still plenty more autumns left for me. Gonna make sure I enjoy this one though. Got some really exciting pike fishing planned now the weather's getting a bit colder, including trying to catch my first ever mountain pike, so make sure you check back for that one. Oh, that was a decent fish we just lost. No, it looks a bit silver as well. If you're wondering what rod this is, by the way, it's my Rigged and Ready Predator Max. So sometimes when I've salmon fished in the past, I've not used strong enough rods. Now this is plenty strong enough to deal with a big one if we get it. I'm not going to find myself outgunned again. Got a couple of really good pulls coming up now. Some of the best spots on the whole river are right here. You might remember in the last video I was going to give 3 hats away to subscribers. Now these aren't officially out yet, they're very nearly ready, Been working hard on making these, and the 3 people chosen at random to win are going to be shown now. If you're one of these people, then congratulations. I'll leave my email address in the description below. Just send me a message and we'll organise to get these sent out to you. Now, for those of you that have never hooked or caught a salmon before, you might not quite understand why people love them so much and why people dedicate so much time and effort to catching a fish that is so difficult, but I'm telling you, as soon as you've got one on the end of your line, you understand. They fight so hard and they've got the most fascinating story. They migrate really far, in some cases as far as Greenland, and they make their way back to the river they were born, and somehow it is just mind-blowing. And the privilege of being able to come face to face with one and have one on the end of the line is just the absolute peak of fishing, in my opinion. And that's coming from someone who is probably the most unsuccessful salmon angler of all time. Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Oh, what's that? What is that? I think that could be a salmon. Oh, no way. Just need to make sure my drag's loose enough. We actually have a salmon on here. That is not a small fish. That is not a small fish either. Oh, look at that reel scream. Oh, my heart is absolutely racing here. I am shaking. Right, I'm sorry if it appears like I'm overexcited, but this is, right, I need to calm down before I get myself into some trouble. Now, while I've got a moment playing this, it would be a good time to kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel. I do massively appreciate everybody who joins along the adventure fishing journey. Wouldn't be surprised if this is a 10-pounder at least. Don't go downstream, it gets quite shallow and rocky down there. Oh no, 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 no. Whoa, 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 that's a huge fish. That's a huge fish. I don't actually have that much more charge on my camera. This is genuinely a once in a few years kind of event, a fish like this for me. Look at that! This is my biggest ever salmon, and what an absolute beauty! This is a seriously heavy fish. Look at the girth on it. Wow, look at that mouth as well. Come on, we've only gone and done it. Oh, I am absolutely thrilled with that one. A fish like that, I have been wanting to catch one of those for many years. I know some people prefer the fresh salmon, the silvery ones, but to me, I've always wanted to catch one in its sort of tartan colours with that knipe on its chin. That is just simply outstanding. Thank you very much for watching the video anyway, and don't forget, if you want to claim your free bottle of whiskey, www.whiskey52.com/fishing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.